All right, guys. So, my kids went and saw Kung Fu Panda 4. The story leads into what we're gonna react to today. My kids went and saw Kung Fu Panda 4, and then I saw that Tenacious D released their version of Hit Me Baby One More Time, which I'm not gonna do a reaction to because I've heard it too many times because they've asked for it. In doing that, I've been on kind of a Tenacious D binge, and I did not know that they covered this song. I heard like the first 10 seconds of it, just the guitar portion of it. This is actually one of the songs I really do like. This is their cover of Wicked Games by Chris Isaak. Now, I love that song. I know there's a lot of people that don't, but I love that Chris Isaak song. I think it's probably his most well-known song, but it's a great song, very heartfelt song, and I'm actually very curious to see what Tenacious D does with it. I saw they had an official video of them like running half naked on the beach, which I thought would have been funny, but I wanted to kind of more focus on the performance here, which I think the video was actually created with the sound from this performance, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But anyways, this is Tenacious D Wicked Game, Chris Isaak cover, and it's a live performance they did for Sirius XM. When there's some other stuff they did as well that I kind of want to maybe see that they did for this show particularly, but I think it would be cool to review. But this is only a year ago, so I missed this. But I want to listen to this. It's very short. It's only 2 minutes long. I want to watch it, talk about it, and do that. So if those of you that are new here, what we do is I'll watch the video, listen to the song. I'll stop it here and there where I see fit. And then at the end, we'll talk about the message. We'll talk about the music. On this one, probably not going to be a lot of message being discussed. Definitely going to talk about the music and Jack Black's voice probably, and Kyle Gass's guitar playing. Kind of the main things of Tenacious D there. But yeah, let's get into this. I'm very intrigued by this. Okay, here we go. And they look so much older.
What a wicked game to play, to let me feel this way. What a wicked thing to do, to let me dream of you. What a wicked thing to say, you never felt this way. What a wicked thing to do, to make me dream of you. And I don't wanna fall in love. No, I don't wanna fall in love with you.
What's interesting about Jack Black's voice, right, is the way he kind of puts his personality into it. A lot of people take it as like he's being jokey about it, the kind of movement of his mouth and stuff. But I take it as, and I've seen people do reactions to like other Tenacious D songs and they'll agree, but I take it as more like a confidence in his voice. It's kind of like nonchalant, carefree, the way he uses his voice, right? He's like, I'm not going to worry about being perfectly on pitch. I'm not going to worry about like transitioning, perfectly. I'm just going to sing this with feel and have fun with it. And it translates. I really do think it does. And the confidence, when you have that confidence in your vocals like he does, it emanates out to the audience and they can feel that, right? But we've heard him sing a bunch of different songs and he can obviously absolutely sing. And it doesn't sound like there's a lot of post on this, and by post I'm talking like pitch correction. There could be, but there's some reverb, there's some other stuff going on that every artist does, right? But it's very minimal. But his transition from head voice or from chest voice to head voice was a little bit like, I don't want to say off because it was fine, but it's not something spectacular. Like we've talked about other vocalists on this channel who are perfect with that. It was a little bit, you could hear the transition and it wasn't seamless, but it wasn't bad either. And once he got there, it was perfect. So I know I think Jack Black's a great singer, especially for like rock folk type of stuff. He kills it for sure. If you compare it to his Hit Me Baby cover, there's a lot of tone correction on that. You can hear it. There's a lot of production in that. This is minimalistic, and I love that. You guys know that. I love that. But let's go back and listen to it again.
Of you. What a wicked thing to say.
Like a very nasally singing he's doing for this too.
Wicked thing to do to make me dream of you, and I don't wanna fall in love. No, I don't wanna fall in love with you.
Goes into like that love, like the little whisper.
Love with you.
KG increasing the intensity was no singing.
Nobody loves no one.
I hate when channels do that with the crazy music at the end. Ruins it. I want to mention too, breath control is important with singing. Breath control is important with rapping. You know, especially when you're rapping fast, you need to know when to take your breaths, and that's all calculated too. When you're writing these raps and you're practicing them, you got to figure out when you're going to take your breaths, right? You can't just keep going. You're going to run out of breath. That's very key. Same thing in singing, but kind of to a different degree. He takes a large breath at the end there for really a short vocal part, but there's a reason for that.
Nobody loves no one.
Nobody loves is all one large breath, and it's very whispery, so there's a lot of breath that's coming out of that, right?
Nobody loves.
And then nobody loves, so completely empty air in his lungs, so he has to no one to get that last line out, right? Again, breath work's important. He didn't want to ruin that kind of flow between nobody loves, and he wanted to make sure that no one was very, very much articulated and loud and pronounced, right? Very meticulous.
No one.
It's cool how he goes into like a hum there too. No one. His mouth's not open anymore, so it's just humming at that point.
No one.
Very, 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 very cool. Yeah, you know what? Tenacious D has been in my life for a long time. You know, a couple of my favorite songs, right? Everybody Loves Tribute. I think that's a given. I like Kickapoo. I really, 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 really like FHG. For those of you that don't know what it is, just look it up. Maybe we'll go over it on the channel. But I just think that Tenacious D has their little clique of fans, and I really do think that they need to be kind of more appreciated, I guess. I mean, Jack Black's a famous actor, so he's well known, but I think they're just like, oh, they're a cool, fun, jokey band, right? But like, no, they're actually pretty talented if you actually listen to their music. So yeah, man, great song, great cover by a great band. All around a great performance there, and I like that it was bare bones, nothing there. There's no electric guitar. It's just Kyle Gass playing the guitar, Jack Black singing. Perfect. That was an amazing performance. If you like that and you like my reaction, go ahead and head over to my Patreon. Lots of cool stuff on there. YouTube membership as well, whichever platform you choose works for me. I am working right now on editing my deep dive into Ren's High Ren, talking about the music, the transitions between the chords, the finger placement, everything. It's a deep dive into that song that I'm really enjoying editing right now, and I loved recording it and kind of finding, you know, his kind of tactics on making that song was really cool. And I actually have a cool surprise for you guys at the end. So if you're into that, go ahead and join the Patreon. Again, that's not expected or required, but it does help the channel out a lot. So I do appreciate that. And that's it. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I really do appreciate it. And please do remember that good vibes are contagious.